Let's start with your reading, Virgo. Today, we are going to look into your recent past, current energies, and near future, and then we will immediately clarify in order to find out more details about the messages. Keep in mind that in general readings, energies go both ways. Feel free to interpret the direction of the messages as it best resonates with your own personal situation. Now, let's begin with your reading. Okay. All right. The main energy for the reading today is the Ten of Wands, and we need to talk, Virgo. Having the Ten of Wands as the main energy for the reading really tells us that you are carrying around a burden with you, which not only is slowing you down, obviously, and preventing you to find what you're really looking for, it's also something that you've started not noticing anymore. This is really something that requires your attention. But the good news is that letting go of this is much easier than you might think. And once you do let go of it, from what we see here, you'll be in for a big surprise. So we will see what this is. Let's start from your recent past. And right here we have the Queen of Cups and the Six of Swords. There is a situation here that left an imprint on you, left a footprint on your heart, Virgo. Whether it was a romantic connection, a friendship, a work situation, or just a family member who behaved in a way that forced you to change your vision, your perception around the situation. This is something that was very hard on you, something that you took as a lesson. And from that moment forward, nothing was the same anymore. You were open for it, and then here it comes the lesson. We will see what this was about. In the current energies, the Star and the Four of Cups. By looking at this Four of Cups, I think I know right away what is going on in your current situation. There is something here that you're failing to see, something small, which is going to be key for the development of this situation. As I usually say, the hardest wounds to heal and the hardest problems to solve are the ones that we cannot see, the ones we underestimate. And right here, there is something important that you should know and something that can change it all for you. But you need to look at it, you need to address it in a healthy and constructive way. Obviously, we will look into this as soon as we clarify. In the near future, Two of Pentacles and the Sun. I don't know what this is yet, but having the Sun ahead of you, Virgo, is a major, beautiful sign, especially with the Two of Pentacles right there, which talks about a transition, a shift in between outcomes, realities. There is something right here that you should look forward to. A happy, positive event, something that you are manifesting, potentially something you're working on right now. I might be wrong, but I can't help but feeling that at a certain degree, this is already around you. And either you cannot see it yet, or it hasn't fully manifested. Something is definitely being lifted from your shoulders, Virgo, and the way you'll feel after that, it's going to be truly beautiful. We'll see what this is. Let's start clarifying. Let's start with clarifying your recent past. Three of Wands, Seven of Wands. Oh, and the Hermit. Here you are, Virgo, with the Five of Swords. From what I see here, I can tell that you were heavily relying on a situation or a person. You definitely moved towards it. You had hopes, expectations, and your happiness, potentially even your stability, dependent on this. It's clear that at some point, something changed, something happened that forced you to rethink that support you thought you had. And from that moment forward, I feel that you promised to yourself that you would never rely on anyone ever again. Seven of Wands, pushing everyone away, creating a wall, creating boundaries, and never wanting to go back from this. You promised to yourself that you would take care of everything yourself and got ready to sacrifice what you needed to sacrifice so that you would at least feel completely independent and so that you would be able to shut people out when needed. You created this cold layer, this wall around you, and you told yourself, never again. This is the footprint that we see on your heart and the promise that is still impacting you today. But there is something new going on now. We see it in the present position with the star. So let's clarify the present and let's see what that is about. Ooh, too many cards. Okay, I'll take these three. Two of Wands, Five of Swords, and Queen of Swords. I see what's going on here. First of all, you have gotten in a situation where you find it impossible to ask for help. Five of Swords, you fighting your battle, but realizing that at the end of the day, that's a battle that no one can win. A battle where everyone loses. Right here, you're finding it impossible to open up to people in any way. You're really forcing yourself to do it all, to take care of your finances, to help the people you love, to give yourself love when you feel lonely. You are doing it all, Virgo. And although I personally absolutely admire that, I have to say it's not sustainable. And in fact, the Ten of Wands as the main energy does talk about burning out. This is really as if you were going about your day back and forth, doing what you need to do while carrying a 100-pound barbell from the gym. You can still do what you need to do, but how painful would that be? It's probably fine for the first few hours, but then you would collapse. You need to let go of that weight, Virgo. And in order to let go, you need to tell yourself the truth, Queen of Swords. Not trusting anyone is a good solution for the short term, just so that you can heal and get yourself back up. But at some point, you need to realize that not relying on anyone ever, not letting anyone in ever, it's going to take a toll on you eventually. And it's also creating a feedback loop. When you tell yourself that you don't want to rely on people, you'll surround yourself with people who are not reliable. And it's really a catch-22, something that you need to fix at the source. Don't deny your need to rely on people. We all have that, Virgo. It's not a sign of weakness. What you should do is letting go of the people and situations that don't deserve you, the ones that you already know you cannot rely on, the people who take advantage of you. And you need to surround yourself with the right kind of people. It's time. It's really time. And it's really up to you. So let's see then what you have coming up in the near future. Nine of Swords, that Two of Pentacles, that shift, and the King of Wands. I love seeing this energy. Now, we were talking about the shift with the Two of Pentacles, leaving something behind, going from one situation to the other, going from being very scared about letting anyone in, going from feeling very guarded, very unsafe, to instead this beautiful energy here that is showing you the fireworks, it's showing you the passion and the movement as well. I definitely see this pattern in your life where you try to pull someone together or pull a situation together while you are falling apart. You need to let go of that. You need to put yourself at the top of your priorities. It's imperative at this point, Virgo. It's easier to shut the world out. It's quick, efficient at first, but it's not sustainable in the long run. Now, happiness is really just around the corner for you, or better, it's already around you, inside of you. As soon as you let go of that weight, there are two things happening. The first one is a major realization, realizing that you were trying to avoid the problem. You were trying to get over it instead of getting through it. And the second thing is an opportunity, a message with this King of Wands, something that you wanted to see, Nine of Cups, something that you wished for, you hoped for, but it never really happened. This is something that will feel like a brand new beginning for you, Virgo. The universe doesn't take long to reward you with the right type of outcome as soon as you do the right thing for yourself, Virgo. Sometimes we feel that it takes forever for something to happen, but all we need to understand is that the struggle is a sign, is a signal in itself. And the signal was telling you, let go of that, change that behavior. You're going the wrong way. But once you fix that, things start happening fast. And we see it right here with these cards. So we see what you're going through. We've seen what you should leave behind. Now the question is, what there is coming towards you in the near future? What are you moving towards then? What should you expect once you let go of that weight? And what is this sun bringing to you in the near future? There is good news coming up, but how impactful is this going to be in the long term? Should you build hopes for it? Should you let this in without feeling that fear that you're going to regret it very soon? Something beautiful comes your way. Let's see how it promises to impact your life in the near and distant future as well. If you want to dive deeper into the messages, Virgo, just follow me in the extended reading link below in the description box. Also, don't forget that every single week, I randomly select viewers who have watched the extended video to offer them a 100% free personal live reading. The reading is now 45 minutes long. Maybe it's going to be even longer depending on the conversation. We'll see. I send out emails every Monday morning. Make sure to check out your spam folder as well. Now, stay tuned for the extended preview coming right up after this. Welcome back to your extended reading, Virgo. The bridging energy taking us from this current situation to the incoming events, the Magician. And honestly, this is beyond what I was thinking. Right here with the Magician, is very important to understand that something major is coming your way. Something is coming up on the surface, but this has been around you already all along. Also, with the Magician, you have a clear message. Something that tells you, if you want to know what is coming your way, if you're trying to predict the future in any way, you don't need to read into the future. You need to read into your current mindset. We don't read into the future, we create it instead. And right here, in order to understand what comes your way, you need to understand where you are in life right now. And by the way, right here, the Wheel of Fortune as well, the World card, the King of Pentacles. Listen, this is something major. This is something life-changing. But it won't happen if you don't have the right mindset, if you don't understand what you should do in order to value yourself, in order to really put yourself in the position where you can take advantage of this. The Two of Pentacles reminds you that everything has light and darkness. And depending on your perception, that is what it will grow out of that situation, out of that element that you're focusing on. You can focus on the bad and that will grow. Or you focus on the good and that will grow. This is something really beautiful, actually. I don't know what it is yet, but we will look into it. Right here with the Magician, you need to understand also that you're always in control of the situation, even when you think that you're not. And so it's best to acknowledge that and take advantage of that instead of just saying, you know what, I'm not in control of this. There's nothing that I can do about it. There is plenty that you can do about it, Virgo. And right here, we see the beautiful results of that. But let's look into this overall news, this overall information, opportunity. Let's see what door is opening up for you. Oh, yes. Oh my God. Listen, this is something you have been waiting for. This is something that you have been dreaming for, and something that will absolutely surprise you with the Ace of Swords. Look at this, the star right here. Come on. This is absolutely something that you have had in your mind for who knows how long, but something that could have not been reached without opening up your heart, without trusting, without letting someone in and relying on someone, relying on your hopes, relying on the universe. There's something major coming in here, but it starts from you. Right here we see with the Two of Wands and the